I played through Unholy,
Oh,
which
wait.
is
I've played other stuff too. Oh yeah, that's
oh,
the horror game, right?
yep, the horror game.
How was it?
I looked at it and it looked gorgeous. Like the world that they built was really good, and it seemed like the trailer was great. Still has mixed reviews on Steam, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I played all the way through, and I'm like, this game does not deserve mixed reviews.
Really?
It's a bit shorter for $30. I mean, I finished it in 11 and a half hours. So like, $30 for 11 and a half hours, not terrible.
That's not
But
bad.
What game is this?
it's
Unholy.
Unholy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Um, but apparently most of the mixed reviews are, I think they're, let's see, buggy experiences. I think, people are saying the puzzles are terrible. The stealth is unbearably bad, like that kind of stuff. And that's just wasn't my fucking experience with it at all. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Wow.
It is a kind of not a necessarily unique premise for a game, but it's a cool premise. Where the premise is that this lady and her son, dad is I think he is deceased, I think is what we come to understand. Son gets sick, but not like conventional sick. He's just like he's having, like, every time he sleeps he has nightmares, like, constantly. And she goes to all these doctors and all these places and all this shit, and no one has solutions for her. So she joins this religion that tells her,
next logical step. Absolutely.
We can fix your son. Hey, desperate parent, man. I get that. I mean, I don't get it personally. I'm not a parent, but like, it makes sense to me, even though I'm not a dad or anything. But that's the premise of the game, is that, you go to this religious cult to get your son some help. And then you find out that there's just a bunch of weird shit going on, and they are involved in I hesitate to say satanic rites, because there's no like Satan or Jesus or God in any of this. It's not mentioned. So, but it's evil, I would say, like, sacrificial shit. And you find out like this cult is not all it's cracked up to be. So you have to find out like what their purpose is, why your son is having these nightmares and yada yada yada. But like I think the level design is, I enjoyed it. The environment is great. It's really immersive. There are some complaints. Like, first of all, one big complaint, the slingshot, like your weapon that you get, is kind of jank at times. Like, you'll find yourself in a position where you need to fire your slingshot fast, and if you pull it up and you're too close to an enemy, you do the whole like, I'm gonna put it to the side because you're too close. And like, that's when you need it the most, when they're real close to you. Don't put it away, keep it up. Like, that kind of shit gets frustrating. But once you kind of like, judge for that, you give a little leeway to that, like, okay, don't let enemies get close to you if you want to, hit them with stuff. But you find these religious documents or these cultist like memos to all members and that kind of stuff. You get like the story of what's going on unraveled as you piece it together piece by piece, as you find these little notes lying around. But like, what it has going for it, it is gorgeous. The graphics are great. The sound design is also very good. And the levels vary. Like, the places that you go vary. Like, there's like this subway that you're in that has like all these like creepy like plague vines growing in it. There's like a derelict town. There's like a church. So the environments do change quite a bit. And I like that. It's not terribly long. Obviously, like I said, it's 11 and a half hours, but man, I had a good time. And I like playing games with mixed reviews, just to see like if
Why?
I agree, but I like disagreeing with mixed reviews. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, maybe it's because there are some buggy times. Like when it loads a new area, you can tell because it for like a space of like 5 seconds, it gets framing. So you know you jumped into you go into a new area, it goes but then it smooths out.
Zeke, is that a new segment for your stream?
What's that?
Mixed reviews, and you just play the most controversial game that week on Steam,
That'd be kind of fun.
no matter what it is, to suss it out.
Dude,
Maybe.
you should have a whole mixed reviews day.
Mixed reviews day.
It'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, man.
That
That'd
might
be
be
actually
kind
kind
of
of
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.